Hi everyone, this is Sherry. I'm coming to you again from my she shed. I just wanted to talk for a few minutes today about self-care. I'm not going to do a Reiki video right after this one. In the future, I'll do more healing, sending healing, and things like that. But just for today, I'm just going to talk to you about self-care. So, what is self-care? It's just the kinds of things that we can do for ourselves to help us to improve some things within ourselves and just taking care of ourselves on a daily basis. So there's many things we can do. I'm just going to talk a little bit about that. One of the things, because of what's going on, we probably need a little bit more self-care right now than usual because it's just so much energy coming out there from all these different sources. This time of year, can be a little bit more stressful. Things with COVID has increased stress levels regarding that. And so we can do some things to just take care of ourselves every single day. And it doesn't even take that long. So it could be like 5-10 minutes. And just that alone could be helpful. You can also seek out other types of things to help yourself also. So, for example, doing treatments, for example, massage, Reiki, craniosacral therapies, like, physio, um, different naturopathic things in terms of like different supplements that can be helpful. Um, those kinds of things just to help yourself. Seek out professionals. I'm also a social worker, so coming to talk to someone like myself is also helpful to take care of yourself. But we can also do some other things just daily to help ourselves. So it depends on what you resonate with in yourself. So some of the things I'll do that I'll just suggest because I find it helpful for me. I meditate every single day. So before I get up in the morning, like, well, I'm already up, obviously, but before I get going and doing some things, I am basically meditating. So you can be sitting or laying down. Just take a few minutes. Like I would say, for people that haven't tried this before, you're often wondering, oh, I don't know how to do this. Well, none of us really do. We just have to just do it. And, you're going to see thoughts coming into your head, and that's normal. You just see those thoughts and then you just let them go. In a future video, I'll talk a little bit about meditating, but for now, I'll just mention it briefly. So, if you can do like 5 to 10 minutes by a guided meditation, if you haven't done that before, either in the morning, at night, or if there's any time during the day that you can just fit that in, whatever it works for you, right? Just don't be driving, obviously. So, when you're meditating. Um, and so, when you're more experienced, I do at least 20 minutes a day in the morning. That's what works for me, whatever works best for you. Some other things that you can do is get out in nature and go for walks, or you can just sit out in the woods, as a nice seat there. When it's nicer, you can, walk around the grass, have your feet just straight on the ground. That's really good for like grounding activities. So many other things that we can do, but that's getting out in nature makes things not seem as hard as they are. So I find even when I'm trying to resolve some things in myself, I'll get out in nature and it actually can help me with things like that. So getting out in nature or just going for a walk. Other things are just doing something active, especially if your mind is a little bothered lately. You might want to just get out and just go for a walk. So that's a good way to combine being out in nature and physical activity. One thing that I've noticed and having chronic pain, and we also don't all do this enough, I will say myself included, we should be doing regular stretching. So throughout the day, we have to do a number of stretches that will help us to just keep everything just, you know, good and exercised, and so that we don't feel pain or whatever it is that we have during the day. So doing regular stretches, doing some kind of physical activity, even if you haven't done physical activity in a while, just go for like a 5-10 minute walk up the street, go up and down your stairs, whatever kinds of things. Just we have to keep our bodies moving. It's very important to do that, to just maintain our own health. So, you know, but at the same time, I don't want you guys to be worried about if you miss one day, not to beat yourself up. That's about part of self-care, is not to feel guilty when you do something. Like, for example, I like sweets, so if I was to have a sweet, I need to not feel guilty about that, just to allow that and enjoy that in that moment. But, try to have regular healthier practices if you can, and maybe not too much. I've had those moments many times. But just taking care of yourself, like in variety of ways. Um, Also, regular, like spiritual or religious practice, whatever you find is helpful for you. I myself are more spiritual, so I just connect spiritually with myself one way through meditating. Also, different practices that people enjoy. Everyone is very different, so just to connect with different spiritual practices. It's also very important right now for your own self care to stay connected with others. So, yes, we can't always go and see many people, but we can get, on Skype calls or Zooms, or we can create like kind of like fun, festive things that we can do right now. Having little dinner parties, or any other kinds of social events through Zoom or whatever. Like, people are finding creative ways to still connect with each other. This is a really hard time for people feeling isolated, so recommend to still stay connected, but also have some time to yourself. We're so busy working, doing many things, even myself helping many clients, that we need to focus a little bit more on ourselves, and we don't give ourselves enough time. So I would say at least 5 to 10 minutes a day you need to carve out time for yourself. I know a lot of single parents or busy moms, it's hard for you to do that, but you'll just find that you'll be better for yourself if you can do that, and also for others when you're helping others and your kids and families and things like that. We take on a lot of things in our day, so we have to just help ourselves. So some other things you can do, use your creative outlets. Some people draw, write, um, whatever kinds of thing. Even there's, therapeutic coloring and stuff like that. There's just so many things you can do. So I highly recommend taking a few minutes every day and just focusing on you and your own self care, as well as taking other regular things to help yourself through physical activity, getting outside, different treatments that can help you. Just doing this stuff and focusing on working through some of the mental and emotional things that you have going on, that also is very helpful. And you can do that in many ways by seeking a therapist. You can, do some of those things through some spiritual stuff that you can connect with online. And there's groups and there's different things that can be done out there. So highly recommend those things. Look forward to connecting with all of you in 2021, and I hope that you all have a great holidays. And if you want to, connect with me, you can connect with me at Connecting with Your Key. And that's my website, and that's connectingwithyourkey@gmail.com, or Instagram and Facebook. I have the same thing. So if you like this video, feel free to like it, subscribe. I'll have way more videos coming out in 2021. Look forward to connecting with you then. Bye.